Now you have stock market indices like Nikkei. They use long short-term memory neural networks. Now these are used to classify, process, and predict data when there are time lags of unknown size and duration. Now this is used to predict stock market trends. Assistive medical technology. Now, medical technology has been innovated. With the help of machine learning, diagnosing diseases has been easier, from which we can create 3D models that predict where exactly there are lesions in the brain. It works just as well for brain tumors and ischemic stroke lesions. They can also be used in fetal imaging and analysis. Now, some of the medical fields that machine learning will help assist in is disease identification, personalized treatment, drug discovery, clinical research, and radiology. And finally, we have automatic translation. So say you're in a foreign country and you see billboards and signs that you don't understand. That's where automatic translation comes as help. Now, how does automatic translation actually work? The technology behind it is the same as the sequence-to-sequence learning, which is the same thing that's used with chatbots. Here, the image recognition happens using convolutional neural networks, and the text is identified using optical character recognition. Furthermore, the sequence-to-sequence algorithm is also used to translate the text from one language to the other. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful.
You would have seen this use cases where we are putting this machine learning in the picture, right? And everything which you see here is data only, and all you need is to capture that in the right manner, and it may be classified into two types. I already told you, structured and unstructured data. And if it is structured data, you can go for supervised learning methods, machine learning methods, and you can put the machine learning into picture. And if it is unstructured data, you can go for either unsupervised or reinforcement learning methods via which you can predict the model, and you can go for test and train the data sets to build the model for the use case, right? And as far as the applications of machine learning is concerned, you can put all this supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning methods in image and speech recognition, medical diagnosis. Yeah, after COVID-19, I think so, March 2020, for the past 1.5 years, we are sitting in home and we are doing all these transactions and educational, all the transactions, not only in education industry, all the other commercial industries are doing online jobs, right? So, and this COVID-19 issues are handled, and the predictions and forecasting, everything is happening, and we are seeing in the daily news, right? The forecasting, daily based graph, how much is affected, how much are recovered, all this are done with the help of machine learning algorithms only. And also this disease predictions is one of the famous advancements where we are putting this machine learning into picture. And statistical arbitrage, learning associations, and classification, prediction, extraction, and regression are also machine learning methods where we are putting this into real-time day-to-day use cases, right? And this is one of the area prediction. We can use this machine learning for predicting the future behaviors, and where you just see the right-hand side, Netflix, Facebook, and Twitter, all this environments, they are using this machine learning prediction, and they are recommending the use cases based on your perception and interest, right? And image recognition, this is also an advancement of machine learning. Nowadays, all are having Android mobiles. You just see a diagram on the bottom side, in a dining table, we are having glass and a water bottle or some other flask, something is there, right? So we are able to recognize what is what. So we are having several categories of images, but we have to identify what is what actually. This is a cup and saucer. This is a glass. This is a bottle. This is a water bottle. This is a somewhat tubes like that. We have to categorize. So how we can do this separation? So that is done with the help of machine learning image recognition software. It is already available in Google. So if you want to go for some supervised machine learning algorithm, you can define it. So that is possible. So if you want to go for some image classification and segmentation, so that is possible through machine learning algorithms. So that is an advancement. And this is about speech recognition. So this is also an advancement of speech recognition learning methods. It is a translation of spoken words into the text, and it is used in voice searches and more, and voice user interfaces, and including voice dialing, call routing, and appliance control. And it can also be used as a simple data entry and is preferred for the structured documents. So nowadays, speech recognition is one of the fast advancements of machine learning. And in the field of healthcare, we are having lots and lots of use cases like disease identification and diagnosis, drug discovery and manufacturing, medical imaging, personalized medicine and treatments, Smart health records, disease predictions. Again, I'm telling. So nowadays, in 2021, healthcare is one of the famous use case, right? So after COVID-19, every one of us we are worried about our health. So all these healthcare use cases can be handled through machine learning. So we can do this predictions and forecasting of diseases and identification and diagnosis using machine learning. And so I'm able to go for prediction of drug discovery and manufacturing. That is also handled through machine learning. Medical imaging, right? So expert system tools are available using machine learning. And personalized medicine and treatments. For example, for elderly people sitting in home, you ought to have personalized medicine care or treatments. That is possible through machine learning. And also smart health records. So using IoT, we can handle the patient health records on day-to-day basis or weekly basis on a periodical manner. So that is one of the famous use case of machine learning. And diseases predictions. So forecasting future predictions, what will happen for a person who is having age 35 or 40 or 45, who is having a person who is having diabetes, whether he'll be able to get the heart or cardiac related issues. So all these predictions and associations can be made. So this is identification and diagnosis, drug discovery, manufacturing, medical imaging, personalized medicine and treatment, smart health records and diseases prediction. All are applications where we are putting all the supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement learning methods and machine learning methods into picture so that we can get better predictions and solutions, because we know that prevention is better than cure, right? So this prevention is better than cure is done with the help of machine learning methods, especially, and this is applicable for all the computer science students, right? And in the field of financial industry, how we are putting this machine learning? So risk analytics, real analytics, consumer analytics, customer data management, providing personalized services, fraud detection, and algorithmic trading. So you may put a question, sir, we are doing computer science, we are doing arts and science graduation in Mayiladuthurai. How we can equip ourselves to face this machine learning industry? Simple, you have to complete the degree and you have to have some machine learning methods, and you will be able to have the commitment to solve any issues with the machine learning. That's it. If you are having strong commitment, if you are having good undergraduate degree in the field of computer science or other core any branches, right? So if you are having the thoughts to solve the real-time issues, so you may put a question, sir, we are physics, we are chemistry, we are other than this computer science, what I'll do? So whether you are having some problem in the neural industry, for example, commerce people, they can go for banking industry. For computer science, they can take any topic, or the physics or chemistry based or biology based, they can take healthcare issues, right? So this machine learning is only a method. Any student of undergraduate or postgraduate can apply this machine learning for solving the real-time tasks. That is common. So don't fix this only. This is applicable only for computer science students. So any student in the graduation or after completion of graduation or post-graduation, they can take a real-time issue which is available in the society, right? COVID issue like that. So you can solve it through machine learning methods, and you can be an entrepreneur, right? So in the banking industry, for the commerce people, they can go for risk analytics issues, real-time analytics, consumer analytics, customer data management, providing personalized services, fraud detection, algorithmic trading. So these issues can be solved through machine learning, and that is an advancement for the 2021 students or engineers or arts and science graduates, right? And you may put a question, sir, we are from Arts and Science College, various core branches of Arts and Science. So what I'll do? So you can read this language. So in addition to your normal academics, in addition to your normal syllabus, extra certifications you can make like R, Python, SAS, Julia, Java, JavaScript, Scala, and structured query language, Oracle, Hadoop, D3, Tableau, ClickView, Excel and PowerPoint. So most of you are aware of Excel and PowerPoint. So you just try to have these technologies like R and Python. So with your additional degree, with your core graduation, either you are belongs to computer science or physics or chemistry or commerce or BA, whatever it may be. So if you are having the commitment to solve any real-time issue, just learn these machine learning methods and tools like R and Python with Hadoop or SQL backends. So if you are interested, you can solve any issue like this, right? And some tools I'll tell you for data mining. If you are interested in data mining, you go for R and MATLAB. So R is an open source. You don't have to buy it. Simply you want to have a desktop or laptop in home. If you are having it, just open source. It's RStudio. Download it and learn something. And machine learning, Python is also open source. If you download it and you can do some problems and simple problems, you can solve it. And also TensorFlow also open source only. So you can learn from your side, or you can get certifications, right? And platforms like Azure, SKT, and Creative Cloud, all this are certifications after completion or before completion of your undergraduation or post-graduation, anywhere, whatever branch you may be. Try to learn these tools as certifications via your institute. So that is an advancement. And if you are having the commitment to solve the real-time problems, learn these packages with your additional curriculum or additional certification, so that you'll be in a position to get good placements when you are completing your graduation, either UG or PG, right? And the companies are the tools already you are aware of it. These are the tools which is available in the market: Pandas, Google Big, Spark, Docker, Cassandra, Hadoop, Kafka, Prodbus, Kafka, Parquet, and TensorFlow. And these are all some tools which is available as open source. We try to have all these tools, and you can be able to get a job in machine learning industries or MNC companies. And if you are thorough with any one of these tools, any one of the tools, I will not ask you to go for all the tools. Either RStudio or Python is enough. The basics of machine learning is enough. And solving real-time problems, the commitment is enough, right? And if you are sincere and committed and honest to have a technology like this, and you are having a platform like R and Python, so you will be a data scientist, right? The prerequisite, you ought to have a Python or R, and you ought to go for some ML applied and advanced technologies and basics. And with the help of big data technologies like Spark and Kafka, you'll be able to solve some real-time problems, and you will become a data scientist in 2023 or 24 or 25, maybe, right? Based on your degree graduation completion or post-graduation completion. And these are all some big data tools and technology and use cases for data scientists. These are all the use cases where we are, sir, you are telling machine learning data scientists, where is the job is available. So all are 2021, every one of us, we are opening our sleep, right? We are waking through Facebook only. So once we started wake up, no, we are going for WhatsApp or FB. Both are very, very important now. Even brush and breakfast is not important, but WhatsApp and Facebook are very, very important, right? So another 2-3 years, you are all the young generation people, right? You are all the young generation people. Another next year or this year passed out, or within 2-3 years, you are all the graduates. So after completion, you might have a data scientist in Facebook or Amazon or Uber Cabs or Bank of America or all the commercial sectors, right? So you'll be able to solve the tasks for this Facebook, Amazon, Uber, and even Google has come forward for putting all the graduates into picture, right? So don't think like that we are in arts and science, how we'll get placements, right? So all the MNC companies, they are looking only for the graduates, those who are coming out of arts and science colleges. That's you understand. They are not looking for the engineers with the higher grade. They want to have a graduate with the UG, computer science or any other branches, having basic knowledge of all this machine learning or IoT tools, right? So you'll be able to understand. So social analytics, e-commerce experience, optimizing riders, increasing customer experience, and improving services and building recommendation systems are all the core sectors of MNC companies. They are putting all this young graduates into as data scientists or machine learning experts, right? And again, I'm telling you, these are all the tools you ought to have in 2021. You ought to have, sir, I know English, I know Tamil. What I ought to have for getting a place? You ought to have Python, you ought to have RStudio, you ought to have structured query language, you ought to have Scala, you ought to have SAS, you ought to have Julia. So these are all some tools. Any one you just have a familiarity in addition to your normal graduation, either UG or PG, get this certification via your institute. So you just insist, and I'll put a word to them so that they will conduct some certification programs, so that you will be in a position to conduct that, and you will be in a position to get a placement in MNC company, right? And these are all the futurist technologies, something IoT, big data, artificial intelligence. Professor, now meeting I'll call you back. I'm in a meeting, I'll call you back. Cloud computing, IoT, big data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, data science, cybersecurity, and blockchain. So these are the technologies which we are going to have the forthcoming years. So ensure that all you graduates, you just specialize in any one of the technologies, but you are aware of it since you are using Android mobile. In Android mobile, all these technologies are already available. Cloud is there, IoT is there, big data is there, AI is there, machine learning is there. Data science is there, security and blockchains are available in Android-based smart mobiles, right? So, but you are not aware of what's happening in these technologies, aware of it. And you ought to select the careers, right? So, as a final year or second year or first year student of UG, PG, so you ought to have lots and lots of options in online, right? So, you can go for some MOOC courses, You can go for NPTEL or Udemy or Analytic Vidya courses and go for some webinars and conferences like this. Solve the problems yourself, get the problems and solve some small problems with respect to your real-time environment and become a part of data science communities and learn from experts is very important. And these are all the companies in Silicon Valley, especially in Bangalore, they are recruiting the persons in machine learning and data science, right? CDS, Orbital, NanoNets, IoTM, Seagull Mission, Memtel, Sparkling, Neurala, Deep Version, and Amitri. So these are all some companies, they are recruiting ML fellows, machine learning companies in Silicon Valley. These are all the top companies in Bangalore. They are recruiting machine learning experts. If you are specialized, you'll be able to get the recruitment. And don't get, sir, we are in rural place. The person who is sitting in the rural place will be recruited by MNC, not a person who is sitting in Chennai or Bangalore, right? So you'll be able to, the meanings. So get sound concepts of basics of computer science or mathematics or physics, chemistry or commerce, whatever it belongs to, and get things done with some certifications and aware of the concepts and go to the industry. You'll be picked with the maximum package, right? That's all. The skills that you ought to have a structure, thinking and communication, which is very, very important. So in addition to a normal UG, PG graduation, try to speak in English. Have to have some good communication with your fellow students or faculty members and attend some communication skill oriented courses and ensure that you are having some high expertise in English and you'll be able to have some basic mathematics and statistics, which is very, very important for solving the real-time problems. And also you ought to understand the business use cases and also some basic software skills is very much required, like C, C++, Java, then RStudio or Python is very, very, very important. So in addition to your normal curriculum, have these certification programs and once done it, you'll be able to get a job, right? So before concluding, I'll play a small video, please wait, where all we are using machine learning. One more video, please wait.
6 artificial intelligence we use daily in our life. Skynet, Netflix. When you start watching a new show on Netflix, Netflix and chill would be pretty boring without the right movies and TV shows. So how does Netflix understand a TV show or movie you'd be interested in? You know the answer already, don't you? An algorithm that takes account all your previous history and all recommendations you choose, and based on it, recommend you stuff that you would love the most. Of course, it is all based on attributes assigned by human reviewers. The fact that this algorithm keeps pace with your choices and changes it accordingly puts it on this list. Skydio, bar, media room, and more. Why everyone's all concerned about drones? Some people thought, why not put an AI in Rome? Started when the MIT graduate. An AI-powered drone can fly itself without any control required. It uses cameras to recognize and follow people while avoiding obstacles in the path. This can be used in a wide range of applications, from rescue operations to film shooting. Eventually, they hope to sell one of the most advanced drones in the market. Auto. Self-driving cars may be trending, but what do you think about it? Driving a car in the city is always a tricky thing, but driving out on the highway, that is a much less taxing proposition. More importantly, on the long and traffic-less highways, there are more trucks than cars. Working on this angle, Auto is developing self-driving solutions for trucks in America. Bought by Uber in 2016, they aim to either replace or augment the overworked truck driver. While some have raised the fear of losing jobs, this is one place where self-driving vehicles can actually work. Freenome. Healthcare is another place where AI has been welcomed and is being used to discover previously unimaginable data. As cancer develops and cancer cells spread all over the body, it is nearly impossible to predict the site of the original tumor and the stage at which it is. This is where artificial intelligence actually enters. Freenome is a startup which aims to do the above, through analyzing the biopsy of the patient. It has already picked up investment from Google. Amazon. Today, when your phone breaks, you see the damage, think, check the options, and simply decide to buy. Amazon is working on anticipating purchases. Already a small version of this is played out when you search for something. And on the next page, Amazon offers you related items. But in the future, based on what you buy and when you buy, Amazon will be ready for you even before you are. Honestly, it sounds a bit creepy. Google, the world's biggest AI. While people say that is not an actual AI per se, the continuous upgrades have made Google something like that. You can speak to it, you can schedule your day with it, search for the nearest Chinese restaurant, get the news as per your interests, all the while making sure it displays data on you. For billions around the globe, it's like a poor Iron Man Jarvis already. How long till the rich Tony Stark gets the real deal? You can safely start the countdown. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for such amazing videos.
With that, I am putting a full stop for the today's session. I hope you had enjoyed the entire session. And with this machine learning and its applications, you are all the younger graduates of 2021, 22, and 23, even 24. All the UG and PG graduates, please put your efforts for doing some real issues with machine learning and algorithms. With that, I am putting a conclusion. It's time for questions, please. If you are having any questions, you just unmute and speak. Or put the question in chat box, I will be in a position to answer. If you are having any question, dear students and faculty members, if you are having any questions, please unmute and speak or put the question in chat box. I am ready to answer your questions if it is possible, right? The session is open for questions. If you are having any questions, kindly put your questions or your valuable feedback also is very much needed. So the session is open. You just put in your feedbacks or you are having any queries in machine learning use cases and applications. Please put forward in chat box or unmute and speak. I am ready to answer your question.
Participants, queries? This is an open session. Participants, please put your questions. Feedback form is sent in chat box. You may click that.